Okay, so in today's video, we are going to do a ride-along ambient track from scratch. These videos are unscripted and unplanned, but you guys get to ride along with me. So if that's cool with you, please stay tuned. And thank you for being here. And let's go ahead and dive straight into it. Okay, so where I thought we'd start is with my good friend Serum 2 and this patch that I'm working on called Middle Path. Now, take note of the description up there. This is something that I'm currently working on. And you can hear nice sounding patch. Oh yeah. And what I might do in a situation like this, where I've got a pad that really has some high end and maybe I want to leave room for other elements, is maybe turn down the level of this chimes patch right here, and I'll come over to the effects. Maybe we'll turn off the chorus, delay, and reverb. That's what I might do on my own patches, and use a send effect reverb and delay like this. Let's go ahead and play this. Oh yeah. So again, this is Middle Path, just something I'm currently kind of tooling with. Still gotta fill in some more macros and stuff, but we're getting there. It's got a nice long attack. And the key that I'm kind of gravitating towards is F sharp major for some reason. I mean, that could be cool, right? We could go with that. So let's go F sharp. Maybe we'll go F sharp. How about F sharp? Ooh, let's go Dorian. Or man, I mean, I'm just kind of feeling this, like ambient on the major key. It's a very rare moment that I go major key ambient, but hey. Anyway, so now that I got my pad all set up and I'm feeling happy with that, let's go ahead and just record this. So we'll go ahead and record this here in session view. So nice. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh. So we might have to adjust some of that. Let's go ahead and look at our notes here. Oh yeah. I'll get out of the way so you guys can see it. I like it. I like it. Let's go ahead and slow this down. So we're playing at F sharp major, 79 beats per minute. All right. I'm liking that. And we'll go ahead and just pull back the entire thing here to make a nice, tidy 16 bar loop. Put it in scale mode and see how we did here. I love that moment where it kind of opens up. Yeah, it's the power of Serum 2 right there. Okay, so we'll back this up, and now we've got a nice tidy loop here. There we go. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're off to a good start. So you can see here that, you know, this patch, it's got a custom through zero FM drone here that I recorded on my modular. This is, I believe, from Plates. So these are two modular inspired patches with a, you know, factory library wavetable there. So that's good. I like that. I'm happy with the way this started. All right, so let's go ahead and now continue on our little ambient adventure here. We'll rename this. This is Middle Path. So Serum 2 Middle Path. There we go. All right, and now let's set a foundation. I've been kind of like slacking on my bass lately. Let's just go ahead and add a bass here. You know, it can be something we can do from scratch. Let's go ahead and make one, because that's obviously much better than, you know, using a preset here. But if you make your own presets, then hey, who's keeping track, right? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and we'll lower down our attack here. We're gonna play a nice low F note. Make sure we're playing on the right note here. And we'll lower down our gain, put this through the bass bus. All right, let's see how this sounds. Here. Okay. Very quiet, let's open it up. So it is down there. It is down there. We can go ahead and lower down this by 12 semitones. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Let's turn down our Serum too. Oh yeah. Hear that? Very nice, very nice. Now that's just a sawtooth bass. I mean, there's nothing really to that, right? But there's more there that we can explore as far as like bass movement goes. What I also love to do is I also love to put a second wavetable here and then use something like of my own. So like something like, you know, chromatic 4, we'll do like one of my own wavetables here. See what this is. It just kind of puts some more flavor into it. Right? And then if you have some movement there, you can actually get some motion. So let's go ahead and use a random. We'll go random. We'll put it in Hertz mode here. And we'll smooth it out, obviously. We're gonna smooth it all the way out. There we go. And then just kind of move the wavetable with that random bipolar. And we will put a nice long LFO here. So let's put our LFO into free running. Sync, and we'll go say 4/1, drag it over to the cutoff. We'll put it in unipolar. Very nice. Add some voices of unison here. Oh yeah. Very nice. And now let's come over to the effects and we will, let's not bypass us. Let's just use the multi-band here. Okay. Be careful of those highs on the multi-band. They can get out of control very quickly. Okay. All right. Very nice. So now we'll turn up our middle path here. Very nice. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. Now, I might just hold this note here, like this is kind of cool, like I'm into that, but what I've really been into lately is this idea of like a fading bass note that kind of has its own like life of its own. And it kind of fades in and fades out, right? So like if you treat it like almost like a bass pad and you don't really know where that bass note is coming from or when it's gonna happen, I like that. So here in Ableton, what I would do is I would say, all right, let's turn off the record quantization by coming to record quantization and setting it to no quantization. I can't even say that. So now let's go ahead and rename this. This is our offset bass, okay? Got an S there. There we go. And let's go ahead and record an offset kind of timing bass here. All right. There it is. So not really like paying too much attention to if it's even or not, or how long we're holding these. You might want to like vary up the length. Because what's going to happen is when it loops, those bass moments are going to happen like almost like in but out of sync with what's happening with the pad. Because we have that 4/1, there we go. So we'll go ahead and play that. And that's cool to me. We'll make it another 16-bar loop. And now this bass note is sort of just hanging around down there. I like that. And because we have a free running LFO, that works for me. I like it. It's cool. So a little bit of call and response there. We can add a little bit, just a touch of reverb. All right, I can see my CPU up here going crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I will pause and freeze this track. And then we'll continue on our little ambient adventure here. Okay, track has been frozen, as you can see here. that's sounding and looking good to me. I like the vibe here. So like I said, I barely ever like compose in a major key, but lately I've been kind of into it. Like, you know, just kind of like pushing back against all this darkness out in the world. It feels good to just kind of be positive, you know, and make something uplifting if that's how you're feeling inside, right? So major keys can tend to lean towards that, you know. So anyway, now let's go ahead and add a little bit more texture here to this. Now what I might do at this point is, now that I've kind of laid the foundation here, is I might come into my span and see where I'm at, okay? And this is, again, a free plugin. Obviously everyone knows about span by now. But you can see here that, like, that's actually really good, in my opinion, because we still have plenty of room here in the middle, right? And because I'm playing a little bit of call and response with that bass, like, that works for me. So think about this in your own work. You know, are you leaving enough gaps? Are you leaving enough room for other elements to exist? And if the answer is yes, then you're off to a great start here with that, all right? So let's go ahead and just add a little bit more texture and pad with Omni 3 here. All right, and I will up the attack to around 4.5 seconds. Same with the decay, lower down the sustain and up the release here. Okay. Let's make sure we're playing on the right track. I'm going to adjust my filter envelope. Maybe I'll add a filter envelope this time. Okay. And we'll hit the filter controls here, adjust our cutoff, lower down the envelope amount to something reasonable. And that's good, okay? And we're making a sort of textural pad here with this. So I'm going to create something that, you know, has a little bit of character to it, all right? So we'll go all Spectrasonics, 3.0. Find something cool. Let's sort by ratings here. The cyclonic drone. What's that? Oh, yeah. Good God. Oh my God, that sounds great. Listen to this, I soloed it. Can you imagine if this just came out like every, you know, so often? Oh, I love it. Wow, fantastic. Can we add a little bit more release to that? There we go. So what if, I'm just proposing this idea, that like the offset bass, we had sort of a, yeah? Something like that. I like that a lot, all right? Let's do the same thing here. We're still on the shared signal path here, which makes, honestly, like, designing this way, after doing the same thing for, you know, 13 years in Omni 2, like, it just makes so much more sense. Like, honestly, it unifies the whole experience of using the synthesizer. Or I don't think that's the right word. It sort of, I'm looking for the right word, collaborates. It just, you know, simplifies. It really makes it easy. So let's go to the Ivory Loop here with the cyclonic drone. Okay, and maybe we'll balance out the layers here. So we'll use the layer sliders. Oh yeah. A little bit more of that. So let's take the offset bass MIDI clip here, and I'll drag it over, and I'll move it up to a higher octave by holding shift and hitting octave up. And then I'll take like half of these, like this one, this one, and this one, and So half of them are gonna be like up, and then some are gonna be down. And then okay, then I'll rotate them. I think I have a transformer for that. Shift. Or is it there was one that I saw here. It was like shuffle or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like real or something like that. Anyway, who cares? Let's just shift the position. So we'll just shift this position over here. This one can go over here. This one can go here. Oops, I can change the note. And then this one go here. And that one go here. Okay. So they're not gonna happen at the same time as the bass. All right. So let's restart. That's gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, I like it. Let's go to the effects, add a common effect. We'll add something on the mastering here. Give me a lift. Yeah. Nice. Let's add a good old velvet verb. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I'm feeling, you know what I'm feeling? The solar shimmer. Yes. yeah, the solar shimmer, dude. Oh, it was such a necessary addition to Omnisphere 3. Like, just give us more of what we want, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks. That's it. Perfect. Lower it on the mix a little bit. Fantastic. Yeah, I like that. That's fun. Nice. Okay. So we've got this really deep textural thing, and it's coming together. Okay, I really like this. So we started out with middle path, right? This is just a custom Serum 2 preset I'm working on, right? And then we added a bass sound, but we offset and like lengthen the bass. And then we added this, which I don't even know what you call this. This like clonic drone pad or something. Drone pad, all right? Now that we got all this established, now let's add a sequence, okay? And I'm thinking something very slow here, all right? Very slow. And the reason why I say that is because this is kind of a, like that kind of, where you have like a sequence that lasts over a long period of time. And let's use Omni again, all right? Because we can. That rhymed. And we will design our pluck, okay? Because I hear the notes in my head. Boom, 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 boom. Like I'm feeling the whole thing. So with Omni, what you can do is design your filter envelope right off the rip. You don't gotta wait, okay? Because we're on this shared signal path, so boom. I think I've said that word too many times, but it's just such a game changer for me. Let's go to all Spectrasonics. Let's go to Synth Classic. And we'll go to ratings. And we'll just go to, yeah, something like this. Like just give me like a nice bright saws, yeah. Okay. Let's hear what this sounds like. It's just gonna be very simple. Kind of. Down that envelope. Yeah. Let me go ahead and lower down the amount of the volume in the other tracks. Okay. What's interesting is it's coming in on the left-hand side more than the right. So we have to adjust the panning here. That's a shared signal path. So we might have to turn it off and go to independent and then adjust this over here. Yeah. Weird that it's like, it's on the high end there. So let's go to Sawtooth. We'll go to Mini Brute Saw. Okay, we'll turn on that later. Bingo. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. All right. So that's what I sort of planned out in my head. You know, whether or not that's going to come in the form of like a really slow moving sequence remains to be seen. But let's try it out. Okay. So our notes are basically just F sharp, C sharp, and F sharp, right? But let's do like a 4-bar thing. Okay. And we're going to draw it in. Yep. All right, let's see what this sounds like with lots of delay and lots of reverb. And let's play it. It's not gonna actually. Let's do the fold thing, and then we'll do boom, 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 boom. You can almost like hear it in your head before you start. All right, let's see what this sounds like. There you go. So we got a good idea started. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So this is the kind of thing I would fade in over time. Now let's do some LFO work. Let's go back to shared, okay? Okay, and we'll do modulate with LFO. Lower down the depth, sync it up. 8/1. Yeah. Nice. So, you see, like, that's perfect. Because not only can you fade it in over time, but you can start to imagine like what that would sound like if you were listening to the background and then all of a sudden this kind of came into view. It's almost like bringing clarity and bringing function to form. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. I like it. Needs a little more reverb. Yeah. We'd have to EQ that little spike right there, but I mean, otherwise, I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere. Right? This is cool. So let's rename this. This is our sequence. 1. Okay. Final element here before we go on to the extended. Let's use Pigments to create a lead. This is gorgeous, man. Wow. Nice. And as you know, my leads are, they're like pads, but they're not quite as slow as pads because they need to be playable. So let's do this, okay? 2.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds, sustain wherever, about 3 seconds of release, okay? Make yourself a filter envelope right away, establish that, and raise this to the cutoff, okay? So this is gonna be kind of like the Vangelis kind of thing. All right? Let me lower down everything else so you guys can hear this. All right, you hear that? You hear that whoom? You need some release there, okay? You can adjust your curve to taste. Okay, I like to add some resonance to the filter. Okay, you saw that I moved the wavetable to a sawtooth. All right, that's my favorite. Just start with the sawtooth. Now, I'm just want to be clear, like there's a million ways from Sunday you could do this. I'm just doing it one way, right? Let's use another waveform like a saw to pulse. Okay, it's a nice wavetable there. And maybe the envelope 2 can cover that. Yeah. So like, so your filter envelope is sort of like guiding this saw to pulse, and it's kind of creating that pulse wave. Nice. All right, we'll lower down this. Let's go ahead and add a multiband here. Watch out for your highs. Okay. All right, and then we'll go ahead and there you go. Add some delay, add some reverb. Let's add some unison to this. Okay, 3 voices of unison. I know that track is clipping, but we'll fix that later. And maybe we'll do like a little bit of a. I don't have an MPE controller, but what I can do is just do like aftertouch on the cutoff filter here, so I can do a little bit of this. I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe for a push 3. Real. It's a little squishy, so I'm gonna lower down the resonance a little bit, and then I'm gonna lower down that aftertouch. That's a little too extreme for me. Just a little bit. What you also can do, instead of the aftertouch, you can do like another LFO. So we'll do an LFO here, okay? Let's use LFO 1 on the cutoff, okay? It'll be free running, so make it free running. And we'll go straight only. And we'll use a second LFO and make sure to put it in, also in free running, put it in straight only, and put it at 1/8, and then use that as the fine pitch vibrato here, and then tie that to aftertouch by dragging aftertouch up to the modulation and turning it all the way up. So when aftertouch kicks in, this is a pro tip here, you get that vibrato. Yeah. Nice. I like that. It's always a good effect, right? I do it a lot in the chromatic series, and oh my gosh, soaring, man. We are soaring. All right, let's go ahead and turn this down. Let's turn up our sequence. All right. Okay. Anyway, so in just like, half an hour or so, we got a nice track going. We got a nice sequence. We did the drone pad. We did the offset bass. We started with a preset. And now we got this lead. So I'm going to take this to the extended, where I will develop this track even further, and we're going to dive into arrangement and all that. That'll be available for Patreon members as well as members on this channel. Let me come on here and just say hello and goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate all your support. And yeah, if you want more videos like this, I have so many options available for you to work with me, to, watch more content. Like, the links are all down below in the description. If you want to work one-on-one together, that's there. I have options available on my website. And yeah, I'm gonna head over to the extended tutorial right here on Patreon and YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Let's go build this into a full-on arranged track. Can't wait. I'll see you guys over there. I'm really curious what this is gonna sound like. But if this is where our journey ends, I wanna thank you again for watching. Wish you all the best. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos just like this one. Let me know in the comments down below, like how you guys are in your own ambient journey. Is this where you're at right now? Are you still struggling with arrangement? Are you struggling with sound design, composition? And maybe if you have some tips for other members, you could let them know in the comments. So down below, I'll see you guys down there. In the meantime, take good care. And as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. I'm Chris from Signs of Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video.